Tonight, if you would turn to Matthew 6, we'll be reading a little bit from there. Good to see everybody out tonight. Appreciate the teachers that have prepared for our classes later on. We all enjoy our vehicles, and probably all of us either drove to church tonight or rode with someone in a vehicle. It's the mobility that we enjoy and need in our lives. One optional feature on the vehicle that I've always enjoyed is a cruise control. Once we get up to speed we want to drive, we just push a button. The engine will maintain its speed. We no longer have to exert energy and pressure onto the foot pedal. We can relax our legs and focus mostly on driving. The vehicle, the cruise control practically takes over, and all we do is make adjustments to the steering wheel as we travel down the highway. When I was a young man, I believed that if I worked hard and made right moral decisions in my life, that at some point as I grew older, I could just set my life on cruise control, even my Christian life. In this state of living, there would be very few problems or frustrations or disappointments. I would just be on cruise control and everything would go relatively smoothly. However, as I'm sure has been your case also, it didn't take long for me to realize that life was not like that at all. There is no cruise control option button to push that allows us to go through life without daily challenges and struggles. Job says in Job 14:1, "Man born of woman is of few days and full of trouble." Christ states in Matthew 6:34, Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So how should we respond in our Christian life to the knowledge that life is difficult at times, and we need our attitude to be pleasing and acceptable to God as we serve Him? Let's go back to Matthew 6 and see what Christ says about our concerns and troubles and worries, starting in verse 25 and following. Matthew 6:25. "Therefore I tell you, I do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Who of you by worrying can add a single hour to his life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the lilies of the valleys grow? They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown away into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them." And then, of course, verse 33, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you." Matthew 6:33, as we just read, explains that we must seek first the kingdom and his righteousness. Another verse, Luke 9:23, says that it will take daily effort. Jesus said, "If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says it will take support from each other. "Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing." I personally am thankful that God has the wisdom and foresight to create the church that we would need the encouragement and support from each other. We cannot do this life alone. I am thankful for my church family, for you guys, for the support and encouragement I receive as I navigate the bumpy roads of life. So as we begin our new year here in January, and we try to refocus on our priorities, I just wanted to remind you and to challenge you of a couple, three things. Are you seeking His kingdom first? Are you working at this daily? And are you receiving and giving encouragement to your church family? Although cruise control isn't really an option for us while we're here on this earth, I am thankful that God has provided direction and support for us through the church. If there's anyone here tonight that has a need, they've had some bumps in the road, they'd like the prayers of the church, or if there's someone that would like to put on Christ for the very first time in their life tonight, please come forward as together we stand and sing.